DevConnect. I'm out here in El Salvador. I'm wearing my Dtravel hat. I'm in El Salvador, sunny El Salvador. You can see El Salvador behind me, but you can't really see it. I'm wearing my Dtravel hat. I'm wearing my Dtravel t-shirt. I represent Dtravel at the moment in Central South America. And what's going on with TRVL and Dtravel? Well, really what's going on with the whole of crypto, because I feel like we're bottoming here, and I feel like last week was quite bullish, and yet look at where the price is. It's right at the lows of last week's range, kind of similar to Bitcoin, kind of similar. You see last week, let me just get rid of that. You see we filled the wick, although in Bitcoin we've put in a higher low at the moment. Looking at ETH, we're actually halfway down the wick, so ETH is looking the most bullish right now. And some other current tokens are looking pretty miserable because they had big sell-offs. And here, when you look at TRVL, we're right at the bottom of previous week low. So we're getting very similar price action across the board. Can you trade this price action? It's difficult with these low volume illiquid tokens. When I look at TRVL, when I'm looking at this chart and this whole range and this whole accumulation period, from the moment I restarted my streams on July the 6th to where we are now, we've really pulled back a lot. Okay. After this initial kind of 1, 2, 3, kind of 4, 5, like a 5-wave move here, I really feel that this is a corrective moves. The caveat would be if we take out this low to put in a lower low. We don't want to see that. We can see that there's quite a large amount of volume coming in this area, don't we? And whereas before, you got these kind of crazy sell-offs, we're not getting that. We're getting sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, 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 sell, 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 buy, 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 sell, buy, 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 sell, sell, buy, buy, sell, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. So I think it's different, and it's hard not to look at your portfolio and go, shit, we're down another 5%. What shall I do? We're down 5%. We're down 10%. And then people are looking at this and they're thinking to themselves, what are they thinking? They're thinking to themselves, what happens if we do take out the lows? What happens if everyone who's been buying suddenly starts selling? Like fear starts to hit people's minds. Then we could be down another 60%. I can't afford to lose 60% of my portfolio. And really, if you're in that mind with a low liquid token like TRVL, you're doing it wrong. If you feel that you can't afford to lose, then you're actually doing it wrong. You're doing the whole thing wrong. You're approaching this whole project and token completely wrong. If you're looking at the price of TRVL now, you're looking at your portfolio and you're panicking, you're doing it wrong, right? Not financial advice, but I can tell you, if you're looking at the price of this and you're looking at your portfolio and you're panicking, you're starting to feel nervous because you feel that this might go down further. It's a feeling, right? Fear. Then you're doing it wrong, okay? With these low volume illiquid tokens, it's about higher time frame accumulation. It's about dollar cost averaging, and it's about these dips, this area being an opportunity. Yeah, every dip here is an opportunity to accumulate, but you have to use the correct methods and strategy, and you have to use disposable value. You can't put your life, you could, but you shouldn't put your life savings into highly volatile illiquid tokens. That's why we accumulate, we accumulate the dips. Yeah. So, and that gives us the confidence to not panic because we see dips as an opportunity. Yeah. Right now, it feels like we're bottoming. It feels like we're trying to create a bottom, but as always, these kind of drops shake people out, and people panic and they sell, and there's nothing I can do to stop that. I see this price of this token as an opportunity. I feel that this is quite bullish. I feel this is bullish because I'm looking at the higher time frame. And even though we haven't been able to hold the point of control of support, that's really what I want to see. I always say the same, don't I? I've never really changed my analysis. When I'm looking at the analysis, I always say I want to see the point of control flip into support. I always say that. And right now we're not seeing that. See, last month we were able to close lower. This month the price has gone up and then it's rejecting. So we're not able yet to turn the point of control into some kind of support zone. And the other thing is that we're putting in a lot of volume here. Look at all that volume we're putting at these lows. After the February drop, this is February. This is the February drop. The February drop was when we lost the previous all-time low. Look how much volume we've put into TRVL. Yeah, I consider, like, some tokens don't put in that volume, and the value area, the price is still, it's like there's no volume and the price is underneath the value. That would be problematic. But what I'm seeing now isn't problematic because we're getting a lot of volume at these lows. We're getting a lot of accumulation. I think last month was bullish because we got more volume and the price closed higher. This right now for me is looking like an opportunity. Yeah, I'm starting to see an opportunity. I'm seeing a 3-monthly inverse candle, last 3-month candle. Now we're just going down for the final opportunity before the price, I feel, wants to explode to the upside. But I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future. No one really knows. We just have to wait and see and then evaluate after it happens. So I'm here in El Salvador. I'm kind of hosting the CEO, Eric Pace. I'm going to show you some pictures, actually. Give me a second. I have to find them on my WhatsApp, and I'm going to post them here. I could go to my Instagram. My Instagram is private, so it's privileged access only. So what I'll do is I'll bring it on WhatsApp. So Eric is out here with his family, and guess what we're talking about? Dtravel. Who would have guessed? We're talking about Dtravel. We're talking about TRVL. We're talking about the future. We're talking about the new economy that we want to build and create. And we're talking about all those things. I'm talking to him. I'm talking to his family. This is me and Eric. Yesterday, this is San Salvador. This is the volcano. It's behind us in these clouds. San Salvador wraps around this volcano there, and then going this way behind us is Santa Tecla, and then this way San Salvador wraps, and then you can't see it, but there's a lake there called Lake Ilopango. And now you can't really see it, but San Salvador is constructed of old colonial houses and nothing new. But I can imagine a future where all of this is like developed in high-rise buildings and modern luxury apartments and offices. So we are really at the beginning of something interesting here in El Salvador. I've got some other pictures, but I don't know if I can share them because there is of his family. All right, I'm going to share one. Why not? I'll do it quick. I'll quickly share it and then remove it. There you go. Just with his family there. Just kind of having a little bit of breakfast. Really nice venue. Really nice location. So we're here. He's here. We're talking about Dtravel. We're talking about TRVL. I had a meeting with the CTO, Ty, and the head of front-end product, Quinn, earlier this week. I think it was on Wednesday. It was a very informal meeting, and we're just planning and brainstorming the future. And it's quite interesting because, see, now I've gone off the charts, haven't I? But if you go to my X page and there's someone who follows me. Planet. His name's Planet. I don't know where he gets this information from. I think maybe from me, but he's so eloquent that I have to read it for you. It's quite interesting. The dawn of a new route. Dtravel tokenomics reforged. In every age, the wise have known that no empire rises by chance. It is built by the discipline to rebuild, to reform, to reimagine. The Romans reconstructed their legions after every defeat. The merchants of Venice rewrote their trade codes when the seas changed. Today, Dtravel stands at the same inflection, ready to reshape its foundation through a new tokenomic order. The words of Benjamin Graham echo across time. An investor must analyze, protect, aspire to adequacy before greatness. That is precisely what Dtravel now embodies. Under the stewardship of Eric Pace and yours truly, TRVL is not chasing fleeting hype. It is engineering longevity. The coming tokenomics upgrade is no mere adjustment. It is a recalibration of purpose. It aligns incentives, restores scarcity, and reawakens confidence across the ecosystem, like Athens reforming its democracy to empower its citizens. Dtravel's new framework redistributes value back to its travelers, hosts, and builders. In every revolution of market, structure precedes success. The Dutch East India Company redefined trade by reorganizing its assets. Dtravel now prepares to do the same for decentralized travel, anchoring TRVL not in speculation, but in sustainable demand. The optimism within the leadership is not misplaced. It is a quiet confidence of architects who know their blueprint can outlast seasons. With Pace's strategic foresight and yours truly's executional precision, I don't know about that. The Dtravel course is being redrawn, not towards reaction, but towards mastery. History will remember this phase as the moment Dtravel evolved from a movement into a mechanism where every traveler becomes a stakeholder in every journey and economy. Honestly, bravo. Like, I have to congratulate Planet for writing this. I don't know where he got it from. Probably from, I asked Eric, where did Planet get this information from? I was like wondering, is Planet Eric, but on a pseudo account or something? I don't know. But the reality is, he's on the point. He understands. Planet actually understands. He understands what we're doing. And he sums it up really nicely. History will remember this phase as the moment Dtravel evolved from a movement into a mechanism where every traveler becomes a stakeholder in every journey and economy. And that's exactly right. That's absolutely right. What we want to do is make every traveler a stakeholder and every journey and economy. A new economy, one that transcends borders, where there are no borders and where travel is the medium of value and exchange, and where every human being on this planet can participate. It starts from the ground up. We're not talking about a top-down approach. We're talking about a ground-up approach where people can participate and enjoy travel, which every human loves, but also where they can benefit from that experience, not just the experience, but can add value. And from that, they can also be rewarded with value. Okay, that's what we're trying to achieve. We have ideas. We have some really amazing ideas. And our ideas are based on success stories. They're not based on crazy imaginations. We're based on Bitcoin, based on success stories, but we're looking to kind of take that to the new age, to the new frontier. Watch this space. Anyway, Planet, I don't know who you are. He tells me he's from Nigeria. I was asking him yesterday, where are you from, mate? And he says from Nigeria. He says the state capital, Abuja. So we have a true believer in Abuja in Nigeria. He understands what's happening and he's advocating. He's our best advocate right now in that part of the world. So really appreciate you. Thank you, Planet. He also posts some other things in his profile. Quite interesting. Anyway, I was really impressed by what he said. We kind of chuckled and giggled with Eric yesterday. And what else is happening? Well, let's have a look at the Telegram quickly. I won't go long on the stream. Oh, does that appear? So there's kind of lively conversation going on here. I'm not going to go through it. I think everyone, if they want to, can have a look. Dtravel community on Telegram. It's good, huh? It's good to have lively conversations. And I think what I want people to do, especially in this TRVL channel, is to contribute, talk, bring your ideas. There's no censorship here, right? You can come and say what you want as long as you're not promoting scams and spam and shilling some bullshit token. If it's just about Dtravel and TRVL, you can come and contribute and chat, and we will chat too. We will interact and engage. This is kind of how we're building the community. We're starting from the ground up. We want people to come and participate. We don't want people to be excluded. If you hold TRVL, then you're welcome to join and give your opinion. Everyone has an opinion, and everyone's opinion is welcome. And ultimately, we all want the same thing. We want Dtravel to succeed. We want TRVL to go up, and we want TRVL to go up very high. And that's what we're doing now. That's what I'm doing now. That's what I've been doing for a long period of time. I've been participating and engaging and encouraging people to participate and engage, and we can build something together. So come in to this Telegram channel and you can also click on my links and support me too through resharing and retweeting. But hey, look at this. Jay is talking about some things. He's positive. He thinks we can get to 2 cents. We've talked about this. I hope so too, at the very least. If you go to the general channel, you can see that there's some kind of new users, new booking processed. What is this? Oh yeah, so I posted this yesterday. Sweden becomes the first country where doctors can prescribe travel for wellness. How amazing is that? So you can see there's a correlation between wellness and travel. This is something that Andrea has been talking about too. And she's in Spain, but she's traveling to Argentina. There's a conference happening in Argentina. I only really found out about it recently. Let me kind of go and have a look. Crypto conference, Argentina. I think it's in November. Let's have a look. See what DevConnect. There you go. So we are looking or exploring at making an appearance at DevConnect in Argentina. It's an ETH conference. Ethereum is ready for the real world. This is between the 17th and the 22nd of November. If Andrea goes, we're looking to kind of create some kind of incentive package where we're connecting travel with wellness. And so we are following that. We are following down that rabbit hole as Dtravel. We're kind of identifying future trends, and we believe, we agree that travel and wellness are intertwined. I might go down to join her in Argentina because I'm here in El Salvador, and it's still away. It's still quite far to get down. It's still like an 11-hour trip by flight with an interchange. But let's see how that plays out. I'll kind of give you guys a bit of an update as and when we do participate in DevConnect and what we're planning to do. But ultimately, what we're trying to do on every level is expose and promote Dtravel. So we want to expose and promote Dtravel to crypto, to travelers, to hosts. Like that's why it's so difficult. And I don't think people realize how difficult, you can't see my screen, huh? How difficult it is. This is it. This is DevConnect. Because we're not just trying to build one network. We're not just trying to build a real world network of properties. We're also trying to build a real world network of travelers. We also need to intertwine that with crypto, and we need them all to work together, and we need them all to grow. Okay. So our job is much harder, but the reward is going to be significantly higher when we actually eventually make this work and succeed in the future. So this is kind of what we're looking to do. And Andrea's been talking about this behind the scenes, and I'm possibly going to this in Argentina. I was in Argentina just over a week ago in Buenos Aires, and I might be going back. So that's quite interesting. Let me have a look at the the Dtravel X page. I don't really have anything more to say about the charts, to be honest with you. I just waiting for Bitcoin to find support. Let's have a look here. So the last post was 2 days ago on the 15th. Call us crazy, but we think that crypto travelers deserve a yearly retreat where we all get reunited on a remote island after intense months of building. We bring peer-to-peer bookings and the experience, Travala flights and discounts and base, the infra to build it. Who's done? Okay, that sounds like Andrea. This is all Andrea, obviously. Search for a destination, book a flight, book P2P with TRVL and get discounts, enjoy and repeat. Well done. So I do have something else to talk about. I'm not going to go into much depth because I was thinking about creating a video, but I haven't had the time and I'm not going to do it right now, but it's on my phone right now. I'm looking at my phone. And what you have is the base mini app, right? So rather than I could probably create a screen grab, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to line it up to the camera. And basically, I'm on the beta. I was invited to the beta by Eric this morning, and he showed me last night that the Dtravel app is on the base app on the beta. You can kind of see the icon there. I've just typed in, I haven't typed it in, but that's recent. You see that recent? Can you see the Dtravel icon? Okay, so I'm going to click on it. And it's called the Dtravel Mini App. It's within the base wallet. So I had to upgrade the wallet, but there was a seamless upgrade. And within that, you can click on Dtravel. It's like an application within base. And from there, you get to do what we can do on our website, which is search for and book vacation rentals on the Dtravel network. And it's seamless because you can pay using TRVL or ETH on the base layer 2. All right, so I'm just going to just type in El Salvador here. You can't see me type it in, but you see I just typed it in there. I'm not going to do it in reverse because I will fail. I'll put in a couple of nights. You see that? Let's say 2 adults. Apply. Search. See that? So that's within the base wallet, which has been upgraded. And there's a mini app in there. And that allows you to access the Traveler app. And then from there, you can view properties on the Dtravel network. And you can click on them. In fact, I can't do it in reverse. Oh, there, I did it. And you see that? And here... Oops, I lost it. Why did I lose it? Let me just type it back in. I don't know why I lost it. Yeah, see that you can click on that. And here you can view the property as you would on the website. So you have the web app, which is from the website. You have this base app now, which is within base. You can reserve. Let me try and reserve it. See that? Confirm and pay. So it'll be crypto. It'll be on the base mainnet. Can you see that? Oh my God, it's not straight. And I have no balance. I have no TRVL. So he only accepts TRVL. That's really annoying. When I click on X, it disappears. I have to figure that out. There should be a back button, and there obviously isn't. So there's obviously some kind of teething things, but I'm going to use this and try and give my feedback, which is what I do. Let me just try it again. You can't see, but I'm just trying again. maybe I should go in the full screen. Maybe that would be easier. Oh, that might be better. You might be able to see that. So you see that? You see that? So that's on the base app. Base mainnet. What does that say? Payment, no crypto. Crypto. I should try it out. I should try it out. I'm not sure how. Total $50. It's quite exciting, huh? So when you go to the, this is kind of the base wallet. I only have $84 there, but you see when you do that, you can see the recent. I've got the Dtravel app within the base wallet. See that? That's the Dtravel Mini App, and you see that you can search. So this is newer. This is all new. And you can search for a destination. Let's try one of my properties in London. I never do my own properties because I'm always afraid it won't show up because it's booked, but let me just try it anyway. This is London. There you go. There's my flat there. So that's, see that, that's within the app. This is in beta at the moment, so it's not live. I think there's like 1 million users on the base app. So let me just have a look how we can pay here, because so yeah, you see that it says crypto, no fees, but it says TRVL. I should be able to accept USDT, etc., and it doesn't give me that option. It only gives me TRVL, so I'm not quite sure why. I probably have to give feedback. I'll take a screenshot now and I'll give them a little bit of a feedback. But anyway, that's quite fun, huh? And you can minimize it there, and it kind of goes down into the bottom of the screen. You can pull it back up. I'm not sure how to go. Oh yeah, you can go back. You see it says you can go back for the listing page there. I don't know how to go back to the search. But that's a new development. This is in beta, and it's looking good, huh? It's looking really good. It's going to kind of give access to people who use the base wallet to book travel peer-to-peer across the world on our network. Yeah. And our network does work. I've got the proof of concept. I've shown everyone the proof of concept. And this is a real exciting development. This development has got nothing to do with what we're planning, which is the tokenomics, which is everything else to do with the economy that we want to build. What you're experiencing now with Dtravel is a rebirth. We have a new leadership. We have a new CEO. I'm back in the project, and we're imagining everything to be different. New tokenomics, new leadership, new governance, new ideas. And what we want to do is to create a movement that benefits and supports and benefits travels. And everyone who participates into this new movement, this new economy, will grow and benefit. Yeah. So I've split it in my mind. I've imagined 4 ideas. Hosts, or people who own places or manage or own places. Hosts, operators, they're in one category. Investors, people who invest with TRVL, that's the medium for investment. Travelers, people who travel, and communities. And the communities are the ones who support and grow the Dtravel network, and they kind of encompass everything. And so you can be a traveler and part of the community. You can be a host and part of the community. You can be an investor and part of the community. You can be a traveler, a host, an investor, and part of the community. You can tick all 4 boxes. Yeah. And every single aspect every single aspect of what we're trying to build is our people who bring positive energy to our network, and then they're going to be rewarded with TRVL. But they don't have to then sell it and convert it to cash and go away. What they'll be able to do is bring it back into the economy. It's going to be a token-based economy, which is going to bring the energy back in and grow. Kind of like that. I can't really describe it. I can imagine it, but what we're going to do is we're going to build that. It's going to be really soon. Yeah, it's not going to be far into the future, 6 months, 10 months, whatever. And at the very least, what we're going to do is start announcing roadmaps, big announcements. We're going to start mapping out the plan for the future. And I think a lot of people are going to get excited about what we're about to build. And so all of this is based on the network that we have already built. And so I keep on going back to this June.com analytics. That's the link. And this is what we've built. To date, this is what we've built. We've built a real world network with 5,756 listings, with a cumulative network value, gross value of 1.4 million. You can see that. Average booking value of $828. 10,838 operator sign up. So this is what we've grown so far and built. This is the real world network. It's a proof of concept. And what we're going to do now is use this as a foundation to launch the next iteration of Dtravel. And that will be a rebirth. Right? That's Dtravel. That's TRVL. When it comes to the token, I mean, I still think this is like an opportunity of a lifetime. Not financial advice. It's hard to kind of tell people to buy because I don't want people to feel like I'm shilling or selling or scamming them. Yeah. I think you should always do your own research. The problem is right now the research is limited because the website is slightly out of date. But if you like some ideas that I've been talking about, if you are following me and if you're following some of the recent conversations on Telegram, and primarily the main thing on Telegram that should kind of capture your attention is what Eric said a few days ago. Let me kind of bring it, let me find it. Where is it? Look, I agree. That's why major changes are underway. And that's really, if you want to ignore everything I've said and just hone into one thing, one sentence, major changes are underway. And that's kind of what I've been talking about, the major changes. People who watch my streams are effectively, they're Dtravel true believers, effectively. And so I'm not I'm just trying to give people our own supporters a heads up of what's coming. And so you don't find yourself out of position, but you still have to be smart with the way you accumulate TRVL, dollar cost average over a long period of time, and only use value that you can afford to lose. That's just a general rule across crypto, disposable value. None of it is financial advice. And then what you really want to do is you really want to do your own research with these projects, especially these real world projects. And then you also want to get involved. And it's really important. So that's kind of what we want to create, an economy where people are involved. Investors are involved, travelers are involved, hosts are involved, and communities are involved. And so when they do buy or accumulate or earn or are rewarded with TRVL, they don't feel like, okay, now I've got something, I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea what this is. Now they can have ownership and be part of what we're building and what we're creating, this decentralized network, rewarding travelers, traveling, all this positive energy. And it's directly connected to wellness. And that's kind of like the trend that we're following, the connection between travel and wellness. And there's wellness in traveling. There's also wellness in entrepreneurship and hosting and making money and hosting people and giving people good experiences and investing and getting a reward on your investment. There's so much wellness involved in what we're about to create or what we're creating. And the first iteration The hardest part was this. I just want people to realize that this was the hardest part. Getting to this point in time was actually the most difficult part. The next part is relatively easy, but we just need to now push ahead. Okay, so it's about to happen. It's called the Dtravel Rebirth. All right, I streamed long enough. If you like my stream, please like it and share it, etc. And I really appreciate you. Come back next Friday for the next update. Hopefully I'll have good internet as well. And so my internet's been pretty good this week. And so maybe I'm going to Austin. I'm not 100% yet, but maybe after Eric leaves next week, I'm going to go and visit him and his family in Austin. And maybe we're going to go to California, maybe. Lots of maybes. And so this is still on the quest of reinventing or rebirthing Dtravel. And honestly, I've got ideas, but it's a team effort. It's a collaboration of minds, and no one is wrong. It's just all about bringing all the ideas to the table and making something great for everyone to benefit. All right. Hope you have a wonderful Friday and weekend, and I'll catch you on Telegram and on X. Bye.